Today I'm going to review the KOIOS Vacuum Sealer. Hi, I'm Jonathan, the Provident Prepper. In this video we are going to review the KOIOS Vacuum Sealer that allows you to seal food in bags and also in jars. Stay tuned.
The manufacturers of the KOIOS Vacuum Sealer sent us a vacuum sealer to review. We did receive this product for free, but we are receiving no other compensation for this review, so we're able to give you our honest opinion of how we think this vacuum sealer performs.
This product is very simple to use. There is an instruction booklet that's somewhat helpful, but for the most part it's just easy to pick up and start learning.
This is the KOIOS Vacuum Sealer. It's fairly straightforward to use. This is a gallon-sized bag that we've just cut in half, and you can just seal the one end if it's not the end that's already sealed. So I've filled this bag about half full. I'm just putting it in the sealer. You want to make sure that is pulled nice and tight. Press it down in place and hit vacuum and seal. See, it's pulling out the air. And then it seals the bag to keep a nice vacuum on it. When these two lights go off, we're good to go. We can open this up. Check our seal, and they are ready to go in the freezer. To use the jar sealer for this KOIOS unit, it came with the hose, but it didn't come with the jar sealer. So we purchased the jar sealers, both the regular mouth and the wide mouth. This hose fits nicely in there. On the other end, however, it doesn't seem to fit quite as nicely into here. I feel like I'm going to break it if I try and push more, but it does the job. So then we use our canning lid. We put that on top of our jar and slide this over the top there, and then push the vacuum and seal button, which is a little awkward. You can get it from either side. It takes about 30 seconds or so to pull the air out, depending on what product you're using. After it stops, I pull this hose out to allow the vacuum in the bottle to pull the lid down tight, and then remove the jar sealer. And we're sealed up tight, and then you can put the ring on.
The advantages that we saw in the KOIOS sealer: it did work well. It removed the air and sealed the bags. It is compact and easily stored away. And you can seal dry goods in mason jars using the jar sealer. We had to buy that separately. We bought both the regular mouth jar and the wide mouth jar attachment, and it is a fairly inexpensive. I was really intrigued and impressed by how little energy this unit uses. Using this electricity monitor, you can see that it draws less than 10 watts of energy, which is, to me, really amazing. It would make it very easy to use from a battery bank or some other backup power source in an emergency situation. If you want more information about this electricity monitor, we'll have some information in the show notes. The disadvantages that we saw in the KOIOS sealer: the instructions were translated into English from some other language, and parts of it were pretty hard to understand. The unit comes with the hose for a jar sealer, but it didn't come with the jar sealer, so I saw that as maybe a little bit of a disadvantage. And the hose for the jar sealer didn't fit as nicely into the unit as I would hope. I was concerned that I was going to break it off if I pushed any harder, but it didn't seem to go in like I thought it should.
And yet it still functioned just fine. It still sealed all the jars.
Right, it still worked.
A vacuum sealer is a great prepper tool when it comes to stocking up, because in this picture you can see that we've taken hot cocoa and used this KOIOS vacuum sealer to seal all those jars, and which will help extend the shelf life. You can also seal dry goods into some of the vacuum seal bags, and you can preserve your harvest by sealing them into the vacuum bags and putting them into the freezer. So all the way around, when you look at it from the perspective of being a prepper and wanting to be able to extend your harvest or stock up, a vacuum sealer is a pretty valuable tool.
Some resources you may want to look at. We do have our written review of this product, KOIOS Vacuum Sealer review, also long-term food storage, best containers and treatment methods, and 8 food storage enemies and how to slay them. These are great resources for you, and we have many other resources at theprovidentprepper.org or on our YouTube channel, The Provident Prepper. We hope that you will take a look, and thanks for being part of the solution.